Welcome again to Holiday Nice for Théo de Blic's tutorial. I'm here today with the Glitch 20, the serial version, which is available for sale on the Nova website. And today we are going to talk about Joker. So what is a Joker? The Joker is one of the coolest acro tricks, also one of the most rewarding in competition nowadays, particularly twisted and reverse, but it's definitely one of the coolest. What is a Joker? The Joker has two main phases nowadays. The first phase is what we call the booster. So the booster is first of all a tumbling entry. So basically you are pulling a tumbling which you exit on the first rotation, trying to exit a bit late to create a shoot. Okay, that is the first phase. The second phase of the Joker is the to heli part. Okay, so basically it's kind of a sat to heli but really quick, really compressed. Before it was a sat to heli which was a bit longer, and nowadays the Joker has a sat to heli which is so compressed that you barely see it. So basically when the glider is in front of you, you're gonna keep braking both sides to spin the glider into heli. Alright, so the Joker is slightly difficult because first of all you need to have a really good control in heli. In order to have a good Joker, your helis needs to be really controlled, and you need to have a really good control in heli connection. So it means that you need to really understand well how to place your inside hand and your outside hand. So I'm not gonna speak about that so much during this tutorial because this is something you should already have mastered. One more thing which is important for the Joker is that everything is almost decided on the entry. If your entry is good, then chances are your Joker is gonna be good. When you reach that level in acro, it's really important to understand that everything is decided on the entry, as I said. So you need to have a good spiral, you need to have a good intake of energy. In order to delete this from the equation, first of all, we are going to start to do the Joker from wing overs. When you do Joker from the spiral, what you need to do is you need to exit the spiral really quickly to create a roll movement to the opposite side in order to pull your booster really early. So you want to pull your booster early enough so that it doesn't overshoot you and you don't do a two-turn Joker, or you don't take a front collapse because the booster is shooting too fast, too hard and too deep. So basically you want a early booster. When you do it from a spiral, it's a bit difficult because when you do the booster from a spiral, you really need to exit the spiral hard to create a roll to the other side. That's the hardest part, kind of the Joker. While if you do it with wing overs, what we are going to start with, then it's much easier because you don't have any roll anymore. You just have pitch, so you can pull quite early. You even have opposite roll bringing you to the next wing over already, so it's quite easy. So first of all, we are going to practice the booster, all right? It's not compulsory to practice the booster beforehand, but if you can, it's going to allow you to understand it a bit better. So what we're going to do is we are going to do two wing overs, and on the pitch of the second wing over, we are going to grab the outside riser and pull the tumbling to the other side quite early, all right? We're going to really pull the tumbling, but quite early, and we're going to stop it after the first rotation. We are not going to connect it straight away, we're just going to stop it just to understand a little bit how the booster is going. Alright, so let's first practice the booster. So I want to have my tumbling to the right, so I will start with a small wing over to the right and a small wing over to the left. Okay, I will not wait, and immediately I will pull the tumbling. Boom, and I stop it. And that is the booster. Alright? So, once we have done the booster, we're going to try to do the Joker. In order to do the Joker, what you need to do is to brake more and to keep braking both sides, but to increase the inside. So basically when we are stopping the booster, we're going to want to brake more, and to really spin it with the inside. You will need to put a lot of weight shift on the inside in order to let the glider spin. Of course, the glider is going to spin quickly. So what you need to do in that, in order to connect into heli, is you're going to have to hold the outside so the glider doesn't overshoot, and you're going to have to release the inside a little bit so the glider does not collapse. All right, let's try it. So we're going to go for the right, boom, for the left, boom, and quite early already, boom, we pull, we stop, and we keep braking. And you see it's collapsing, and we are going to release. That is more or less what your first Joker is going to look like. All right? When it's collapsing like this, it means that you had a bit too much inside brake, but because I had a lot of outside, the glider stopped above my head, and I was able to have time to connect. Okay? If you want to have a really nice Joker, you need to release the inside a bit earlier, all right? So let's try again. No, so we're gonna do for one wing over, another wing over, good. Then you grab the riser, weight shift, you pull the tumbling, good. You break it, inside weight shift, and you release it. All right? Here you see I had a bit too much inside brake, which led to the collapse. All right? So that was a joker from the wing overs. The goal is to really keep braking the outside, and if you see that you over braked it, then you just release it a bit and kind of control the outside brake. So let's try again. Good. Perfect. And we go. Boom. I brake the outside, I brake it, and I release. And I work the heli so that it connects. All right? All right. So once you have done a couple of jokers from wing overs, you can try to do it from spiral. What's really important from spiral is to remember that you have to pull the joker super early. You have to pull super early to bring the glider super early to the other side. So how do you do that? You basically switch the weight shift, put a really strong brake input to exit the spiral, and immediately proceed with the joker. All right? If you pull too late, you're gonna be in trouble. So you really want to go really early on the joker when you go from spiral. You don't need to go super deep into spiral though. So let's try. Let's go. So we're gonna do the spiral. Good. And immediately, boom, you pull early. Keep braking, keep braking, keep braking. And keep braking. As you can see, the weight shift is really important. It's really important to go inside during the connection. All right? So let's try again. Only a half ton of spiral is enough. So let's go. I go for my spiral. Immediately I switch, immediately I pull, and I brake the outside, and I keep braking, I release the outside, inside weight shift, and I release. So you see the really important part is the inside weight shift when you release. Alright? The more joker you're gonna do, and the more you're gonna understand that weight shifting at this level of acro is really, really important. Let's do it one more time. Good. You take energy, and boom, immediately, boom, I put a joker, brake it, and I brake, release the outside, and release. So here you see I put a little bit of outside because I released it a bit early, and I had to counter it to connect. Alright? So that was it for the joker. I hope it helped you to understand this trick. Of course, we are starting to go to advanced acro at this level. So it's quite important to understand that you need to have the necessary skills, particularly in heli connections. Alright? So I leave you there. Thank you for following that tutorial, and I see you soon for another one.